Hour, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about the best day of my life. It actually dates back to when I was in 8th grade. I was very fortunate enough to go to a trip to Washington, D.C. And the story starts by my mom taking me to the airport. It was one of those educational trips that you get to go on. So she took me to the airport and dropped me off, and I met up with like the head honcho, like the guy who was in charge with the trip, Mr. Yu. And he's like a caring and fun guy, so he's trying to make me feel welcome and stuff. So he was just telling me like, oh, you know what, like go meet up with your friends, like get ready for the trip, trying to pump me up. So I was like, all right. So I go and I meet up with my friend Bubba. And so me and him, we're just like, pumping, psyching each other up. Like, hey man, we're gonna have some fun. Like let's ready to get it, And we get up on the plane, and it was funny because like, how we are like young, we're just like messing around with everything on the plane, And you're supposed to just be relaxing. And it was funny because Mr. Yu was like walking down the aisles, and he came, and he specifically stopped to where we were at, and he's just like, guys, make sure when you guys get some rest, because as soon as we get off this plane, our day starts. We're like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever you say, We didn't pay attention to it. So it goes to show we only got 2 hours of sleep. And this guy wasn't joking when we had to get off the plane, we had to start our day right away. And I remember as soon as I stepped foot outside the plane, already humidity was like attacking my body. I was already sweating. I was drenched in sweat within 3 minutes. It was pretty bad. And on top of that, our bus driver was late an hour and a half. So already I have no sleep, I'm already drenched in sweat, and this guy is late. So I'm like, man, this day can't get any worse. But I was like, maybe we can just go to a hotel and just relax and it'll all blow over. But we had our first tour, and our first tour, I thought it was gonna go by so fast, but that thing took 3 hours long. It was ridiculous. And and it was funny because the only thing I remember from that tour was like everybody was like whining and bitching, and I was like, why is everybody going crazy? And everybody was hungry, and like I don't know, I guess when you're hungry you change as a person or something. So like I remember like I was telling my friend like Bubba, like, dude, Bubba, I'm pretty hungry. Like, even my friend was getting mad. He's like, man, when aren't you hungry? I'm like, dude, that's messed up. So like we finally get on the bus, and we get all the way we take like a 45-minute drive to this restaurant. In my head, like I'm thinking restaurant, like wine and dine, like something crazy. And we get there, and it's like this broken down, beat down taco shack. And it was funny because like there was like a lot of us, and we couldn't even fit in the building. We had like you could only sit outside. It's like, man, this has been a horrible start, like horrible day. Like maybe I could just eat something and it all blow over, like eat my sadness away or something. So we just start eating, and out of nowhere, we were eating outside, and out of nowhere it just starts raining. And that's what I wasn't mad about. I was mad that it started raining, and not only that, like it was hot rain. So you're already sweating, it's already humid, and then plus like this hot rain is just going on you. So you're confused, weather's confused, like it's just ridiculous. So I was like, man, I'm done. So we get up on the bus. I remember we get back, everybody was just done by that time. We were just tired. We didn't want to be there. And I remember like we had one more tour. No one wanted to go anymore. Everybody's like, we're fed up, that's it. But we had one more, and we had to go back to the metro. So we had to take a different route of transportation. We had to take the metro, the underground metro. And I remember we had to go back to the metro station because the bus driver was an hour and a half late. So we had to exchange our tickets. So we get there, and I remember I'm sitting right there, and I see Mr. Yu. He's getting our tickets, and I saw him, like he was this way, and he just turned around, he just started like running towards us. I'm like, hey, like I just saw that. And he came to us, and this guy's like always funny and cool, and like I've never seen him so serious. And he just came by, and he's just like, guys, stop what you're doing, call your parents and let them know you're okay. And like I just like looked at him, like we looked around at each other, like what the heck, what's going on? He's like, stop, call your parents and tell them you're okay, because like there's been an accident on the metro, and like a few people died. And we're all like, what the hell, like. And at that moment, like everybody, you could see everybody flinging, calling their parents and stuff. And like me, I just stepped back. I was like, what the hell? And like I could have been on the train. Could have been any of us, like who died. And at that moment, as young as I was, I kind of got a hint of how like precious life was. And looking back at that moment now, what I realized is, what I learned from it is that like I shouldn't squander a day. Be like negative and have negative vibes just because like things aren't going your way. You need to be positive and like. Just to make it the best out of what you got, and like just to take nothing for granted and be appreciative of what you have, because you never know what you have until it's gone. And luckily I didn't have to find that out the hard way, and because tomorrow's never promised. So that's why I consider it to be the best day of my life.